dry, cracked and cratered, or a searing heat with sulfuric acid rain. The two small planets closest to the Sun, Mercury and Venus. Join us for a virtual reality flight across their surfaces. Our beautiful blue and fragile Earth seen from space. The satellite pictures of our world which show the changes through the seasons and the environmental damage we have caused. All in Encyclopedia Galactica. Orbiting closest to the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, the four rocky midgets of the inner solar system. Bathed in warmth and sunlight, they're solid little planets with hard-baked crusts. The outer planets, except for Pluto, are giant spheres of gas, chilled in twilight. From Earth, by far the brightest planet is the rocky midget Venus. Over a season, Venus and Mercury skip through the sky close to the horizon. In fact, the view is of their tight solar orbits, best seen at dusk or dawn. Mercury on the right barely clears the skyline. Nearest the Sun, it's hardest to see. Venus takes 224 days to orbit the Sun. Tiny Mercury, just 88. At less than 70 million kilometers from the Sun, Mercury is perpetually scorched and irradiated. These pictures from the early 70s were radioed from the space probe Mariner 10. They reveal a surface pocked with craters, barren and still. Temperature by day, 460 Celsius. By night, minus 170. Gravity, 1/3 of Earth's, and no atmosphere. A cracked and battered little world. But why so many impact craters? The answer is the Sun. Its powerful gravity draws in debris from space. With Mercury in line of fire, it takes a lot of hits. Mercury's surface is like the hidden side of our moon. Both have great circular basins. Indeed, Mercury isn't much bigger than the moon. The planet Venus is altogether bigger. Almost Earth's twin in size and density, but completely veiled in swirling cloud. Not until a series of Soviet missions was the truth to be known. The object was to penetrate the Venusian fog and soft land on the surface. It was a descent into hell, atmosphere 90 times heavier than Earth, temperatures to melt lead, visibility just 3 kilometers. To this day, these are the only photographs of the surface. They were zipped to Earth before the lander cameras frazzled. The rock was basalt, probably fractured slabs of volcanic lava. Radar was to provide a better picture. Orbiting mappers electronically stripped the clouds to give the first wide-angled images of Venus, and volcanism was confirmed. But this was a flatter planet than expected. There were few craters and less contour than on Earth or Mercury. The impression was of an ocean bed, smoothed by the motion of currents. And radar had more delights. The globe without cloud, and in reverse rotation to all other planets. And radar let us fly. This is the topography of Venus, visualized on computer. Heights are exaggerated and color guessed at, but otherwise the features are accurate. The animation has been meticulously rendered from a global portrait compiled by Radar Mapper, a montage of thousands of radio snapshots through the clouds, like the echo soundings of a ship at sea. It works like this. As the mapper orbits, thousands of pulses a second are bounced to the surface. They sense details as small as 100 meters. In each 3-hour orbit, the mapper records a swathe of information 20 kilometers wide. In less than 250 days, most of the planet can be swept, the data ready for computer animators on Earth. Thus, in the 1990s, has the American craft Magellan been brilliantly at work. A Magellan image of volcanoes and fractures. A sinuous channel, possibly a lava flow. Fold mountains called Freya. A corona. Remember, these are radar images, not photographs. Cleopatra, a double ring crater. The Acna Range with an asteroid crater. Volcanic extrusions like mushrooms. Crater Golubkina, 34 kilometers across. And the Dickinson crater, first as a still, and now in animation, one of a trio, as we skim the Atlanta plain of the Northern Hemisphere. Most of the planet is rolling uplands. The two largest regions are like continents. Ishtar Terra, the size of Australia in the north, Aphrodite Terra, as big as Africa, to the south. Everywhere is evidence of volcanoes, but so far no sign of activity. Venus is the most volcanized planet in the solar system. Magellan discovered linear mountain belts, a feature shared only with Earth. But the scarcity of craters compared to Mercury or Earth's moon suggests a young landscape. It means also a surface shielded from bombardment. All but the biggest cosmic missiles would vaporize in the dense Venus atmosphere. This is like the bottom of the sea. These pancakes are volcanic eruptions squashed by atmospheric pressure. Such formations can be found in the depths of oceans on Earth. Magellan's imagery cannot convey the hell of Venus, a crushing, poisonous atmosphere of carbon dioxide, clouds of sulfuric acid, temperature 450 Celsius. This is the more likely scene. An inferno where light is bent and heat has no escape, the ultimate greenhouse effect, plus non-stop thunderclaps. Were this photography instead of radar animation, we'd see sulfuric acid clouds reacting with this volcanic peak. Venus is weird. It revolves so slowly that a day is longer than a year. And it's windy. In 4 days, the massive cloud blanket blows right round the planet. Venus resembles a little understood period on Earth, from the time shortly after Earth's crust had cooled to the emergence of life. Why Venus should have remained sterile and tormented is a mystery. Stay with us after the break when we look at our own planet from outer space. From the very first pictures of the Earth rotating to visual evidence of the hole in the ozone layer.